So now when you are starting to teach your child patterns, first thing you do is, if you have smiley stickers or any stickers at home, pick them up and place them in any random order. And if you do not have any stickers, you can do these stars the way I have done and shown. Now ask the child to make any pattern without touching the stickers here. So the child is going to use a crayon. Make sure that you are giving a crayon to the child so the crayons are thick. Gives good amount of pressure for the child to hold on. So that is why I prefer using oil pastels or TT crayons, because they are very fluid. They have that good texture for movement, for easy movement. So this is how it goes. So I'm not touching any stars, I'm not touching any stickers here, and this is a free movement. You're not guiding anything, it's just simple one instruction. So now I am going to begin teaching my child these lines, and then the sleeping lines, then the diagonal lines both the ways. So these are the four initial patterns, and then you can begin teaching these waves. So big waves, then the boxes. So eventually you progress, not just in a day's time. It takes time for a child to begin doing this. So to make it interesting, what I'm going to do is, since I have stickers at home, I'm going to make sure that I use these stickers. And now I have butterfly and flower. So I ask the child, can you take this butterfly to the flower using line? So I am using the line as a pattern. So this is how it should be done. So the first thing that you do is, this is the last step you do. The first is you draw two dots and make sure that you ask the child to join these two dots. Okay, if you do not want to draw these two dots, it's absolutely fine. Ask the child to draw small lines. Practice small lines. Okay, this have good variants also. I'll show you what I have. I had pre-designed something. So here I've done this, I've shown you this. Then I had a car. You can draw a car and ask the child to make the road. So again you are using the lines here. Next is the clouds, and I ask the child to make the rains. So this is again the standing lines that I am practicing. Now if the child has you have good big paper, you can ask the child to make a good railway track with crayon, remember, and then make the tracks. So again you are using sleeping line. Isn't it fun? You are also engaging, you are using your creativity, and children are having fun if you give them something challenging. One more thing in the same context, I'll show you. If you could make these and make sure that you have a narrow road this time. Ask the child, maybe you draw an octopus here, and here is the baby octopus. Ask the child to take the mama octopus to the baby octopus without touching the red lines. Fab! So this is maze, and mazes are very good for eye-hand coordination, and you're practicing hand muscles, eye-hand movement, visual perception. You are practicing hand movement, strengthening the hand muscles. So everything is what you're involving here. So this is a good activity that you can do, followed by the patterning thing. So this is something I suggest you to start doing a creativity and take up small you can do it one day, second day a combination of standing line and sleeping line, third day progress with standing, sleeping and diagonal line one side, and you can progress eventually. So this is an amazing activity in the form of story of waves. Let's see and listen to this story of waves. Once, when I was at the beach looking at the waves were gentle, the water was cold. I enjoyed dipping my feet in this cool water. The waves were very gentle. Suddenly, there came big wave and waves after the waves. It was fun. As I moved ahead, the waves were acting mean. They're so huge. I almost dipped inside the water. Suddenly, there were small waves again. After some time, there was a huge wave and wave after the wave. What I did, I came running back behind where the waves were gentle and soft. So you see, in this waves story, I'm progressing from small waves, small pattern to different wave pattern. So if you want to narrate this story, you can go ahead and narrate the story. This is all cooked up story. You can do it as well. So now I have these cubes, and if you do not have these cubes with the pattern, if you have these cubes, you draw pattern on each side. So once a child is through the patterning, you can draw any patterns here, and I marked these colors with on this cube. So these two cubes are ready. In case if you do not have this, you can use these papers, chits. You can make them into chits and then close them and play like we used to play chore police. It's good fun. So mama is also playing, daddy is also doing, whoever is free is doing with the baby. We take these flow and pick them up. Oh, I've got spiral, so I'll do a spiral pattern. So you can do this with the chits if you don't have these cubes. So now I will and purple color, and I have to draw this lines. So you can make it interesting. You can ask the child, what can you do with lines? Uh, these dotted lines. So the child says, I want to draw a road. So the road is done. The child says, I want, the next thing we do is red color. And I did it like this. We have not described or given instruction of the paper size or anything else. So if the child is doing it like these three, that is also good. And if you want him to do this in one full line, you give the instruction as per your requirement, or let it be as per child's need. So something, whatever, I'll show you what I've done here. So this is the pattern which I got, yellow color. So I did this free flowing, and then when it was mountains I did this doodling. So you are also doodling here. This is anyways fun for child. The first is a punching activity, and I have one more addition to this punching activity is if you have a thread or satin ribbon, you can ask the child to do weaving. Isn't it cool? Isn't it best use of whatever you are doing? I loved it. So here you go. And this is very good activity again for fine motor and pre-writing skill. So go ahead guys and try this activity for sure. The next activity was the cutting activity, and we do have cutting activity printables. If you have a printer, do message us, we will send you the file of this cutting activity. And a third activity was this paper tearing activity. If you do not have papers, use newspapers. It's absolutely fine to use newspapers. Our next activity was patterning. You can progress from lines to waves to boxes and to shapes. So this is how you progress, first with this and then to lines and patterns. Then you make sure you use this for fun, cube, and then you narrate some good stories. So in all, you are doing good and engaging your child in pre-writing activities. If you have any doubts, any questions, please do write to us, and we are here to help you with any guidance that you need related pre-writing activities or any stories. Hope you like this video. Do share, write in your comments, subscribe our channel and hit the bell icon. Thank you so much. Have a great day.